Happy Friday. Well, not so happy Friday because Bitcoin is going down, and we know how you guys all get a bit angry, so salty, and just not very happy with the world. So I'm going to show you guys what I think Bitcoin is about to do. Somebody just said I'm late. I'm not late because we're still in the pattern that I've been telling you about forever. It's like, obviously it's corrected a little bit lower, but I'm going to show you what it's doing. So let me jump into a Bitcoin chart. So you guys would have seen this on Twitter last night. So obviously we're dropping at the moment because we don't have the hash power from the Bitcoin miners in Kazakhstan, I think it is. So we're going to be dropping a little bit. So if this is a running flat, so this is what a running flat looks like in Elliott wave. So I'm an Elliott wave trader. So basically I follow patterns, I look for patterns, and I see if they match on the coins and tokens. So at the moment, I think we're in a running flat. So we're in the C wave of possibly the ABC. So it could go into an extended correction and be this pattern as well. So giving us a D and an E wave. But at the moment, I think we're in the C wave. So if we zoom in on this, I've put a Fibonacci on this last wave. So we can see that this wave here was our 1-to-1. So this is our B wave in a running flat. It breaks above what is, the high. So we can count 4 waves in this, which gives us an ABC. So we've got 1, so our A, our B, and our C. So that gives us our ABC. So we could be in our C wave. So our C wave will do 618 in this pattern of, or a 786 of the previous wave. So when we put the Fibonacci from here to here, we can see that at the moment we're on the 618. We could pull back to the 786. That's why these green lines are there. So that's why I'm calling this my super duper strong support. So basically in this pattern, we should see a bounce somewhere in this region, and that should take us to 50K. So I don't think at this point we break 50K. I think that is the point we turn back down and we retest this strong support again. So if we have a look back through, and if you've followed me for a while, you will know Lazy Lisa's Fibonacci lines. So they basically match with wave 4 retraces. So we take the top of the wave 1, we drag it back through, and we get the wave 4. So this is the bottom of the wave 4 as far as I'm concerned at this point, unless we break lower and, something drastic happens. But, when we look at the RSI on all of these charts, so they are so incredibly oversold. So when we start getting below these points on this support on the RSI, we can see that we get bullish divergence. Obviously, when we get above these points on the RSI as well, we get bearish divergence. So we can see that we've got strong bullish divergence. We can stay in this little bit for, probably a little bit longer, and just until those machines come on. So, we've got strong bullish divergence on the daily, so we can see that. And we are in these levels where we're oversold. So we could have a little bit more of a dip, but, in my opinion, at the moment, without breaking these supports, we're not going down. So if we go back to the chart and we have a look as to, zoom in and see where we are on that Fibonacci, we can see that we've wicked through, which is quite common on that support region. And we're now over and above it. So we're still a little bit below, but we're coming back up above. So it came perfectly down to the 618. So this line is a 786. So don't over margin if you're going into a long in this region, because, we could go down to that 38. and retest this strong support at this point. So we can see that we've had quite a few tests to this support over the last little while. So, that does more than likely need to be retested, and then we should take off. So, obviously there's always different patterns. If certain pivot points, Elliott Wave has pivot points. So if those pivot points do break down, then that changes the bias as to direction. You should never have a fixed bias. It should always be fluid with what's happening in the market. And if you're trading in spot and not in marginal leverage, then you want to be looking for these support regions, because support regions are going to give you a bounce and they're going to give you profits. So that's kind of what you want to do. So, you want to be looking for cross supports as well. So we can see that in this region, we do have a cross support coming up. So that should give us that bounce. So we're probably going to sort of meander a little bit down to these regions and then take off. So it's going to be a little bit of pain happening. And, I'm already hearing, 20 and 10K for BTC. So I don't see that. I really don't see that happening. So, so as long as these indicators are still showing that this is positive and that we've got all this bullish divergence, we should bounce in the right places, and then we assess the levels as we head up. So, if we continue to retest MAs and EMAs as we go, then there should be no issues as to, whether we are, bullish or bearish or in between. So most time frames have bullish divergence right now. So, yeah. So thanks, guys, for watching. And, I hope it gets better in BTC. And, have a good weekend.